Spell your name.
Thomas Lagos. Everybody knows Lagos.
And tell me how you spent the day with your brother.
We talked about the Bible. We talked about his repentance, about how much he regrets the sorrow, the pain he's caused a lot of the family members that a lot of people have had a lot of great loss due to what has happened. He's waited quite a while to be put at peace. He's wanted to be put at peace since the day of judgment in the courtroom. He asked each and everybody that hears this that he had some scriptures he wanted read, but we don't have time for all of that. But he would like for everybody to know that Hebrews 9, verse 27, would speak pretty much of what he has to say. He's answered to man's laws. Now he'll answer to God's laws. He asked that all the younger generation to think about their sex, partying, drugs, rock and roll, that it doesn't lead you to anywhere but where we just went today. He was a religious person. He was sidetracked, deceived by the treachery of our world, and has great grief for what he has put upon his family, his wife, all of his in-laws, and the rest of the siblings.
And tell me about his decision to represent himself in court and ask for the death penalty.
He felt betrayed. He wanted complete truth out there, and he didn't feel like it was all put out there as the truth, so he asked dismissal, and his son was gone. Once you take a man's heart, shooting him or killing him doesn't do any good. You steal his spirit, he's already dead. He was dead when he left that courtroom. And all he wanted to do was to be put at peace. All those that are hollering, hoorah, they're great, he's gone, it's good he's gone and all that, and they're celebrating. He asked that they would go back to the Bible, look into the Bible, study the Bible, and learn the right way.
Talk to us about the symbol that you two would communicate to each other.
The symbol me and my brother use, not only me and my brother, me and my son, me and my daughters, me and my father did before my father passed away. This is called I love you, and in many languages, sign language. It's another, if you can't speak, it's a way of saying something that comes from your heart. He had a lot of love in his heart. There was a lot of deception in the last part of his life that tricked him into what had happened. He was truly sorry for what had happened, but you can't take back something once that great a magnitude has happened.
And what does it say, just from your perspective, to be the family member that was here? Why did you want to be here in his final moments?
I also feel guilty as to part of it because at that time I wasn't as deep into religion as I am now. And I believe that the world needs to turn to religion because the world is getting worse. Every time you flip on the media, you do the media. There's a gang banging, a shooting, a stabbing, a killing, a robbing. The elderly are being abused. I mean, everywhere you turn, it's getting worse and worse, and people are turning away from the Bible. That's the reason I volunteered to speak to y'all here tonight.
And do you think this, the day that he murdered his son, do you think that at that moment he knew that this was what needed to happen?
The day that it had happened, he had a hangover and didn't even know he was in the world. After he sobered up in jail a while and realized what had happened, his heart was broken so bad that he didn't want to live any longer. He had lost a great deal of his life, the most important thing in his life. He had a bad childhood. He finally had a chance at having love given back to him from someone that couldn't walk away or be given away or taken away, and it was gone.
How do you know that your brother was repentant for what he did?
Me and him spoke a lot through the last several years in the county, 2 years or a little over 2 years in the county jail, not only in the county jail but in prison. And then the last couple of days in prison, his main concern was for my soul. He's worried about my soul, me not being ready and me not being able to teach my children and others and to go out as an apostle or out as a missionary and teach others about the Bible. He truly believed in Christianity.
Why do you think he chose the words "game over" to be his final statement?
That was the truth. The night he went down, he was playing a game. They were drinking, there was a lot going on, there were 3 others in there that were witnesses, his wife and 2 other witnesses. And the game they were playing, when the game was over, he fell asleep. When he woke up, his child was dead.
And why were you the only one that he would allow to come see him in prison?
That's a hard question. Me and my brother were very close. He would drink, I'd get a headache. He hurts inside, I feel it.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
For being with us.